Hello and welcome to the Campus Movie Clips Entertainment and Saving CD-ROM. My name is Sarah, and as you can see, I've been hard at work updating our virtual theater. Well, actually, I've had a little help. Okay, maybe more than a little. Anyway, we've created a CD-ROM that will help you start the first semester with some extra fun. The Movie Clips CD-ROM is interactive, so feel free to break away from our tour at any time and take control. To navigate on your own, simply click on a desired selection to my right, and you will enter our elevator to be taken to the floor of your choice. Each floor has exciting entertainment options. You can pick from our virtual movie theater where you can take a seat and watch full-screen live-action video previews for upcoming movies soon to be in your local campus movie theater. There's a special DVD plasma TV floor with teasers, posters, and plenty of extra footage from recent and upcoming DVD releases. We have a virtual games arcade where we've got fun, playable movie games from upcoming and previous released movies. Also, you will find an art gallery that features 8 hot new movie posters that can be printed or saved as your desktop wallpaper. And there's even a behind-the-scenes back lot where you can sit back, relax, and watch exclusive star interviews and exciting making of the movie videos. Oh, and I almost forgot my favorite, the coupon lobby floor, where you will find valuable coupon savings from neighborhood businesses on or near the campus. During the entire tour of our Movie Clips virtual theater, be sure to watch for the banners that continuously scroll across the bottom of each floor. A simple click on any banner will take you to even more fun and exciting entertainment action. Just a reminder, you can pick up a copy of an all-new Movie Clips CD-ROM 7 times a year. They're available right inside your favorite campus theater location. So if you're ready for some fun, let's get started and make a selection now or follow me into the elevator and up to our first floor, the virtual campus movie theater. Oh, hi there! Why don't you grab a seat in our virtual campus Movie Clips theater and join me for a movie? I've seen them all, but I sure don't mind seeing them again. So put down the books for just a couple of minutes and I'll start the first one. Or you can pick one by clicking on any of the posters next to the theater screen. Let's get started. Hey there, now it's time to really have some fun. Welcome to our Movie Games Arcade. Here are some really cool games that you're definitely going to want to try. Just click and play. And if you want to access more movie games, you will find the More Games button at the bottom of the screen. We've been playing and comparing scores. Well, gotta run. It's my turn. Good luck with your scores. We all love watching movies. And if you're like me, you also like collecting movie posters. Here in our Campus Movie Clips poster gallery, you will find some of my favorites. You can set them up as your computer's wallpaper and also print them as high-res, mini-collectible movie posters. Just click on your selection. Go ahead, give it a try. Welcome to the Campus Movie Clips coupon saving floor. To get valuable coupon savings near your local campus movie theater, simply click on the Save Now button to my left directly below the campus coupon ticket and start saving money today. We all love going to the movies, but sometimes it's fun to rent or buy a DVD and watch it in your dorm room. Here are some new titles that have been recently released on DVD. So sit back and relax. I'll put some popcorn in the microwave.
Scene 1, take 1.
Welcome to the Campus Movie Clips behind-the-scenes back lot. We've put together some great extra footage from one of this year's top movies, and it's all just a click away. There's lots of great behind-the-scenes action, including star interviews, making of the movie highlights, and more. This stuff is so new you won't find it anywhere else. Have fun!
Got a little surprise for you, son.
No, Dad! Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I am. You're not getting a Porsche.
Let me tell you something, son. A driver don't pick the cars. Cars pick the driver. It's a mystical bond between man and machine.
Crash my car!
What you're about to see is totally classified.
Dear God, what is this?
We're under attack!
We're facing war against a technological civilization far superior to our own. Our enemy can take any shape. They could be anywhere.
It's a robot, you know, like a super advanced robot. It's probably Japanese.
No!
I'll drive, you shoot!
You have to get the car. Trust me. Bring it! I bought a car.
A driver don't pick the car. The car pick the driver.
Turned out to be an alien robot. Who knew?
Transformers, it's been quite an experience, man. It's a real journey. I've never experienced anything like this.
Miles, listen, my car. It stole itself, okay?
What are you talking about, man?
Satan's Camaro in my yard. It's stalking me.
Shia was a natural choice, I think, to play Sam Witwicky. Because he's such a naturalistic actor. I mean, he's so real.
So listen, I was wondering if I could ride you home. Give you a ride home in my car to your house.
I think it's safe to say Shia is one of the funniest people, just naturally, that I've ever met. Oh God, we're gonna die! We're gonna die! We're gonna die!
No, we're not! No, we're gonna die! We're gonna die!
What I like about Shia is he's the everyday dude, but when you look at his eyes, you believe he's looking right at one of the robots. The movie's told through his eyes.
Here we go. Ready?
Mike has never done a film with this much action and this many set pieces. There's 15 set pieces.
3, 2, 1, go!
We put actors in situations where we know it's safe. It's so safe, but it looks very dangerous. I put Shia through a lot.
Mike, he knows how much you can take, but he's gonna push you. Michael put a camera on the ground and it's in a bulletproof box so you don't break the camera and your face is right next to it. And your thinking is, they're protecting the camera, why don't I have a bulletproof box? Had I not been as fast as I am, that would have been the end of me in this film. It was nuts. I don't think I'll ever be wowed by a big setup on a movie again.
I'll drive, you shoot!
New Transformers. When you look at the movie, it's just got an immense scope in terms of how big it looks. What makes this a little different than most alien invasion movies is there's evil that's already among us, but we don't know it.
Thank God.
Here we go. Ready?
Michael Bay was born to direct Transformers. He was the perfect fit for this concept because there's groundbreaking visual effects and so much action.
Mike has never done this much action. He's never done a film with this many set pieces. There's 15 set pieces. That's crazy.
It's huge. This set in this movie is huge, and it's beyond anything I've ever been a part of.
I want these robots to look like they fit in the real world and look like it's photoreal, so there's some mind-blowing effects in terms of how real they look.
I was pretty blown away by the amount of work that went into this. It's a lot of shooting and bombs and stuff blowing up and cars crashing into things and people flying everywhere. It feels like you're really in that.
We put actors in situations where we know it's safe, it's so safe, but it looks very dangerous.
That's the best part, is when Michael put a camera on the ground and it's in a bulletproof box so you don't break the camera and your face is right next to it. And your thinking is, they're protecting the camera and I'm sitting right here. Why don't I have a bulletproof box?
This movie, it just takes your breath away. I think this is the biggest picture he's ever directed.
Action!
Michael Bay's name, if it's attached to a script, you know it's going to be a huge blockbuster released in the summer with jets flying over at the premiere and all that kind of stuff. So I knew it was going to be a huge movie. Kid, she came from the wrong side of the tracks. She had a difficult family life. She's a tough girl. She's a tomboy. She likes to work with cars. She's not your typical girly girl. And, you know, she just gets sucked into this whole world completely by accident. Sam gives Michaela a ride home. And that's sort of how the relationship starts, as acquaintances. And one day I see him running, freaking out, soon after he was gracious enough to give me a ride home. And I follow him, and I find out he's running from giant robots that are trying to kill him. And so then obviously, like, now I'm stuck in the middle and I have to sort of help protect him and vice versa. I think it's safe to say Shia is one of the funniest people, just naturally, that I've ever met. It's hard to get through scenes with him sometimes, though, because he's so good at improv, and he gets, like, funnier and funnier as he goes. It's hard for me to stick to the script and try to not, you know, not laugh because I get in trouble because we won't ever make it through a scene. They want to see the explosions, and they want to see the robots, and they want to see the helicopters and the jets, and they want to see the action, and they want to see Michael Bay's style of directing, because aesthetically, he's the best. He's a phenomenal director that way. To your eye, it's just incredibly pleasing.
He's just a dude, basically, with a wife and a baby girl that was born after he was already gone. So his whole thing is to try to get back to his wife and to see his little girl for the first time. We went through basic training for, I think, 3 days at Fort Irwin, just outside of Barstow. And I had heard about, you know, a lot of these military movies and how they put these people through like real boot camp sort of things. So I was like, okay, I got to get in shape. It's a lot of shooting and bombs and stuff blowing up and cars crashing into things and people flying everywhere. So it feels like you're really in that. Pre-production, they built all these animatics, so they know anything that has a lot of of actiony stuff, or there's Transformers coming through, or you know, you're being chased by one, or whatever it is. They have these animatics built. They're computerized sort of animation of the scene before they even shoot it. So you get an idea of what it's going to look like. So they'll have a big stick up in the air, and it'll be walking across this way, or it's running this way, or it's falling down, or whatever. So you just have to kind of imagine it. The first time I saw the Camaro that turned into Bumblebee, this Transformer, I was like, first of all, I couldn't believe they built it. I couldn't believe they actually built an actual 40-foot robot sitting there on the back of this truck. Yeah, I was pretty blown away by the amount of work and preparation that went into this, and I think that that's probably one of the most impressive things about Michael Bay to me is his attention to detail and the amount of preparation that he puts into every one of his movies.
Why couldn't I have a normal sister like everyone else?
Come on, sit down so that we can eat like family, okay?
Yeah, they killed it. What about that chopped up cow you're eating? What chopped up cow? What's that? I don't know. Keep it secret. What is this stuff? It's like she's talking to me. How'd you do that, Noah? I just looked at it.
Oh, baby!
It's about Alice going through a looking glass. How could she have Mimsy? That was 100 years ago. Maybe she didn't get what she was supposed to do.
Did you draw this?
I've got lots of them.
May I borrow these?
Borrow all you want. Trade you for an A.
It's a map to the past and future.
Pass me the sugar. This is so far out of my league.
And we have to get help.
Your children's brain activity is completely off the charts.
We've dreamed about creating artificial life, but we are eons away from achieving anything like this.
The people in the future need our help.
This is crazy.
Well, please let her finish.
Something in them is broken, and we can fix it.
We want everybody out of here. Let's get this shut down.
Come on, we have to hurry. Can I drive?
Yeah, let the kid drive.
The Last Mimsy.
What's that? I don't know. I'll go see.
This story had the kernel of an idea that was really promising to me, the idea of two kids finding a box of toys from the future. I really loved it, and I brought the idea to the head of production at New Line.
When Michael Phillips came to me with Mimsy Where the Burro Goes, I said, I love it. I think it's a terrific story. Let's go from there. So we went to Bob and pitched that one.
Bob said, I know this story. I've loved it ever since I was a kid.
From the beginning, he wanted to direct it. He loved working with kids, and he loved this sort of image of the future, where we had to help the future.
Here's what's going to happen. Well, I was really excited about the idea. When I was a kid, I was a total science fiction freak, and that was one of the best stories I had read. But the story, as many short stories do, didn't really lend itself as it was for a full-blown feature film with 3 acts and a beginning, middle, and an end. This story had to be fleshed out, but it had the essence of something that was really terrific, in my opinion.
Now, Noah, make it go.
The development of the script was such a collaboration. Ideas came in by brainstorming, putting our heads together.
She's getting weaker. I'm afraid she's going to die.
She's a stuffed animal, Emma. You gotta, stop it with this mimsy stuff.
We wanted to make a story that grown-ups would respond to, not just because isn't that cute, but because there was really something passionate about it. And the passion here, of course, is two parents who love each other but are both working hard, and they suddenly see their children changing. And they can't figure out why.
Something is just not right.
What's not right? Look, we got two special kids with great minds, imaginations.
No, you're not getting it.
My approach as a writer is to find the story. And I thought, particularly Toby's draft, set me on a path, which was very helpful. And I thought it had a much more delicious sort of family involvement up front, which I really loved. I wanted it to be a film that spoke to something deeply powerful and optimistic in human experience. That was really important for me.
The ultimate responsibility of the writer or the writers is to deliver a script that works. And then it's about the director and all the artists and artisans that work on the movie, coalescing and elevating the project.
The film involves both mystical thoughts and science, and it suggests that a lot of the scientific truths were actually achieved through mystical insight by spiritual adepts.
Do you know what these are called?
No.
They're actually called mandalas.
One of the important images in the film is a mandala, which is a symbol from many cultures, but most prominently the Tibetans. It's a geometric group of symbols that depicts the universe.
This is the same image from my dream.
And so I went to Bob and Michael and I said, I think this is the key that we're looking for. And Bob got excited and Michael got excited and I said, let me do this. And so I wrote my draft. This was 8 years ago. This is a movie about the girl who has that purity still in her. And it's the very thing that gets carried into the future in order to bring this gift back to humanity, this gift of pure human innocence.
I love you, Mimsy.
I love it, and as a producer, it's a long journey, but it's really been one of the most pleasant experiences I can remember.
In Emma's tears was the instruction for an awakening.
Something in you is thrilled and excited because the progression is so natural and so easy on some level, and yet it's so wondrous. And so I love being involved in a film that has that kind of magic.
I believe that we did pull it together in a very exciting way and made it happen, but it took a bloody long time.
I'll miss you, Mimsy.
Suppose I'm buying that for you, too.
Actually, I've had a good long time to flip through it. Why don't you give it a try?
The number 23, a heart-wrenching odyssey into paranoia, one of the most horrifying metamorphoses ever told.
I'm buying this for you.
Chapter 1. All I could think about was the number. I met you when I was...
23.
And the day we met was?
September 14th.
9/14. 14 plus 9 is?
23. Is it all just a coincidence?
I don't know. So what is 23?
There are 23 axioms to Euclid's geometry. The human body consists of 46 chromosomes, 23 from each parent. 2 divided by 3, 0.666, number of the devil.
So is 23 a blessing or a curse?
I was born at 11:12 p.m. 11 plus 12.
23. My birthday, 2/3. Driver's license, social security number. It's all 23. As if it's imitating my life.
You've concerned yourself with minutia, and you've drawn wild conclusions from them.
Every 23rd word on every 23rd page.
I warn you, hell is waiting.
The number.
What does that mean?
You know. Waco, Texas, and the Oklahoma City bombing both happened on April 19th. You gotta get out. It's coming for you. 4 plus 19 is 23.
This is not who you are.
The Hiroshima bomb was dropped at 8:15.
Dad!
8 plus 15 is 23.
13 years of lies! No more!
Don't do this to us. never hurt anyone.
I've had kind of an obsession with this number for a long time. One of my best friends in Canada had the obsession, and he told me about it. Started pointing to things, started pointing at license plates saying it adds up to 23. Became like a mathematician, like some kind of savant about it. And I said, that's ridiculous. But then I started seeing it everywhere. When the script came along, it was completely coincidental. I was telling somebody about my 23 thing, and he said, I just read a script called The Number 23. So I read the script. I thought it was so compelling, and it was freaking me out page by page. I was going, are you kidding me? It's me.
He told me all these things when he first read the script. He had some, I can't remember what the story was, but he had some bizarre story in his life to do with a pit bull. And in the script it was originally a pit bull, and it got changed to an American bulldog because they looked nicer. But he said, yeah, I start reading the script. It's called The Number 23, which I'm already obsessed with. And then the first line is a pit bull. Like, oh my God. And I keep reading, and then it's like, you know, this guy's father's an accountant. He goes, my dad's an accountant. He's like, oh dear.
Jim read the screenplay, and something happens which really hasn't happened in my career, which was an incoming call from one of Jim's agents saying that Jim Carrey has read The Number 23 and is really intrigued.
I felt that when he imagined the book in his mind, he would see himself in the lead, and that he would, of course, see the love of his life as the character in the book.
We definitely wanted to have the same actors play those roles, because there was something that was really kind of subversive and unique about that, where the audience would know they're watching the leads of the film, but still not quite sure, or maybe they looked similar, and it seemed like a great opportunity at the same time for actors to play two different roles, very different roles, opposing different roles.
They were two very demanding roles because they're actually playing many different facets of a man and a woman. Therefore, I needed two extraordinary actors.
To play two different roles, one character who is a complete fantasy. I couldn't play her as a fantasy. I had to make her as real as I possibly could. But it was very difficult because that other character is so dark.
I think it just made it fun for us. I mean, as actors, we got to stretch. We got to do two different storylines. It's a difficult thing to weave those storylines, and Joel was great at that. There's so much freedom in losing yourself in a character. People have no idea. It's less hard work than it is just a wonderful escape from yourself. I grew up in a situation where I went through a lot of pain in my adolescent years. It could have taken different roads. You know, I took a creative route where I was able to express all those things in a positive way and turn it into something entertaining for people. But I can always kind of look to that and go, what if? That's what you do with these characters. You just go, what if? What if I had gone that way?
He's not guarded. It's hard when you feel as though you're working outside someone else's experience, or you're working against another actor trying to pull something from them. Jim is the antithesis of that. You know, he's all about generosity. And I like working hand in hand where there'll be an exchange of ideas.
13 years of life. No.
And Jim's always got great ideas for me.
Jim has been certainly one of the brilliant comic stars for a long time now, but he has many other facets, and I think he certainly shows it in this movie. And this was a very difficult role for any actor, because you really have to go to the bottom of your emotions. There were painful scenes in the movie emotionally, but he did them, and he is fearless.
I love to throw the hounds off the trail. Whenever anybody figures that they have me figured out, I want to do something that will make them go, well, wait a second, maybe there's more. I wasn't expecting that. Well, hold on, you're not supposed to be able to do that. I never want to get to a point where my audience goes, I know exactly what he's going to do the next time.
I've never met anyone. I've worked with a lot of actors. I've never met an actor this committed to the material where there was nothing else happening in his life but creating a character for Walter Sparrow and for Fingerling. That's all that happened for a full year. And he never settles. He will not be satisfied unless he knows that he gave his best work.
Hopefully people will go online and type in 23 Enigma and then find that actually there is this whole world out there. Start noticing 23 and thinking, maybe, just maybe, there's more to it. It wasn't just a movie.
I think audiences are craving a good story. They always want a good story. And you say it again and again. They don't do that enough. The art of storytelling is a dying art in movie making. So audiences respond when you have a good story to tell.
It's different. It's very different, you know, and that's what I look for in a movie. I just want to see somebody come up with an idea I've never seen. I'm really drawn to movies that are about more than just the plot itself. Movies that are about some kind of social phenomenon. Like Jaws was about our fear of the ocean and our fear of sharks. I think the number 23 really captures a phenomenon that's going on out there about the fascination with numbers and magical thinking and paranoia that comes with it. The 23 enigma is everywhere.
97% conviction rate. Impressive.
And I just don't like to lose.
Juicy private sector job. Pretty soon you'll be courtside at Laker games.
Are you alone?
Do I know you?
Nikki Gardner, your new boss.
Oh.
What about closing out your old job?
It's done. Don't worry about it.
You're home early.
I love you.
I know.
Does he?
Shots fired.
Hostage situation.
Your wife, is she here?
I shot her.
You shot your wife?
I got the gun. I shot her in the head.
Be careful with this guy. There's something not right about him.
I go in there with a signed confession, and I put this guy in jail. All right. I'm from the district attorney's office.
You look closely enough, you'll find everything has a weak spot where it can break. Sooner or later.
You looking for mine?
I've already found yours.
Yeah. Is it safe to say that someone who inflicted this kind of wound intended to kill?
Yeah, I wish to object. I don't know the legal terminology, but what would you call it when the officer who arrested you has been having sex with your wife?
This is getting out of hand.
The gun, it's no good.
What do you mean the gun's no good?
Never been fired. No prints, no weapon, no blood. The guy's screwing with us.
You lose, I guarantee you your shiny new job will not be waiting for you.
This thing was a setup. Confession, everything.
You haven't actually proved anything.
What are you doing?
He's just enjoying all of this. Someone's got to put him away.
You're trespassing, Willie. Not the smartest move.
We can have you arrested.
Ah, poetic.
I'm not going to play games with you.
I'm afraid you have to hold sport.
There's a guy in Texas building his own rocket in his backyard. This guy is planning on launching himself into orbit.
Are there monsters in space?
No, ma'am, not that we're aware of.
Have you been to space?
No. Not yet.
You're delinquent on 6 mortgage payments? I don't think you realize how close you are to a foreclosure.
And I don't think you understand how close I am to launching.
We're taking bets.
Really? What are the odds?
Your husband will never do it, or he's going to blow himself up. If you advertise on my rocket, it's going to raise your sales.
What's going on? Why aren't the children in school?
They've been recruited into the Farmer Space Program.
Going into space doesn't take NASA anymore.
Let's get what we can on this guy. Find something. Gotta get this space cowboy's head out of the clouds.
Mr. Farmer, how do we know that you're not constructing a WMD?
Because if I was building a weapon of mass destruction, you wouldn't be able to find it.
Is this a joke to you? A 15-year-old will be the head of your mission control?
He's perfectly capable of launching his dad into space.
Right now, the U.S. military has enough firepower pointed at your ranch that if you decide to launch, within seconds, your remains will be spread over 5 states.
Farmer, right now, you are a common man with a dream. Do not turn this into a nightmare.
You don't believe I'm gonna launch it, do you?
I always believe you're gonna launch the rocket.
You are one fabulous father. You got your family dreaming together.
Academy Award winner Billy Bob Thornton, Virginia Madsen, Bruce Dern, Tim Blake Nelson.
When I was a kid, they used to tell me that I could be anything I wanted to be, no matter what.
somewhere along the line, we stopped believing that we could do anything. You better know what you want to do before somebody knows it for you.
The Astronaut Farmer.
I expect you home for dinner.
If you thought being a penguin was hard...
Who is this fool?
Think again.
You like to party?
You guys are soft in the head.
Don't be so snooty booty.
Get happy.
I will retire now to my couch of perpetual indulgence. Turn to the penguin next to you and give him a hug.
Happy Feet. Look for it on DVD.
You should be taking a dirt nap after that ragdoll today.
I got lucky.
Luck don't cover it, JB. You got an angel looking after you.
Maybe it's something else.
Story goes that he'll be normal during the day, but at night, in the presence of evil, the rider takes over.
I'm the only one who can walk in both worlds. I'm Ghost Rider.
Well, it sure has been fun taking you around our virtual campus movie theater. I hope that you've enjoyed your tour. Remember to visit your local campus theater often. And while you're there, be sure to look for the newest version of the Campus Movie Clips CD-ROM. See you in October.